Hello and welcome to a new uniTFTDesigner video tutorial. My name is Jonas and I'm working for Electronic Assemblies development team.
Today's seminar highlights the uniTFTDesigner's animation skills for screen transitions. The goal is to create beautiful transitions between individual screens. From sliding to overlaying, everything is possible. I already created a small project containing a main screen, acting as menu and some subscreens. I have worked out the topic of car infotainment system as an example. The current view is the standard view to create and change graphical objects. At the moment, no touch buttons are connected to anything. We want to set up the navigation together. Therefore, I switch to the transitions view in the top navigation panel. You can see all screens randomly placed around the center working area. The first thing is reordering the screens. I just drag and drop the screens to new positions. Now I'm ready to connect the screens on the touch button events. I start with the main navigation screen. Just activate the screen for edit. I can click on the touch field and simply connect to the new screen. I also create the navigation between the sub-screens in the same way. Last but not least, I connect the Return Home button to the main screen. To deactivate the Edit menu, I click somewhere in the free space. Here you have a wonderful overview about the connections. It's time for testing. Just press F6 to start the simulator. The result is our working navigations to the individual screens. After successfully setting up the connections, we integrate screen transitions. The transitions are style-based in the same way as draw or text styles. Switching back to the standard view, I navigate to styles. Each project has predefined transition styles. Please have a look at the preview area to test parameter changes like time, and direction. Back to the transition view, I activate the main screen and highlight the first connection. Focusing on the top toolbar, I select the transition style. I decided to go with cover. We already set up the parameters direction and time in the style view. I pass the same transition to all connections on the main menu. I think it's a good idea to see the changes in the simulator again. By pressing any of the buttons in the main menu, the new screens are called. In the designer, we need to set up the transitions for the navigation between the screens. We must not forget the home button. I want to use the zoom transition from the middle point. Before we do the final test, I want to show the usage of a background screen with touch buttons. The idea is that a layout that is used in multiple screens can be built up in a separate screen and connected as a background object. Example given, the screen radio has as property the screen background. If a background is loaded, the objects are drawn, but to save memory and increase speed, drawn to the background and are not accessible anymore. Sometimes it's necessary that some objects survive, like time labels or headers, and of course touch buttons like the home button. We have to mark them as delete protected. They will not be moved to the background. Now it's time to see the final result. Our last point on the agenda is our tool to create documentation for your project. Sometimes it's necessary to create a handbook for operators. That's why we created the Export Documentation button. You have to set a folder for export location. The files are standard PNG files showing the connection between each screen and of course the total overview.
I hope you enjoyed today's uniTFTDesigner tutorial. Maybe you have time and play around a little bit with our other sample projects and enjoy our video tutorials.